Welcome to the void. I am currently letting my dog pee. And because of usually slow starts, I thought, well, okay, it doesn't matter whether or not I start from outside. It is currently snowing, which is fun. I said while sort of lying. It's dumb weather in Norway currently. I don't like it one bit. I think it is dumb, and I think whoever designed this should get fired. But the best part about snow that just falls out of nothing is that it usually doesn't hold. Like, it doesn't stay here for a long while, and that is fantastic. Because I will not put on my winter boots going out this season ever again. I refuse. Never again. Hello, viewer. Trixie, come. I am letting my dog pee, and she is not willing to go back because she never wants to go back. So, Trixie, sånn. Oi, nesten. Nesten. Sånn. And at least she got her paws back. But I will soon go in and paint as I usually do. I just need my dog with me. Trixie. She's licking her ass. Hold on. Dogs. The only thing they know how to do is lick ass and eat stuff of the sidewalks and shit. She's using her sweet time. Trixie. I don't think she wants to come. Or she's just doing it because she knows I usually wait for her to get finished. And maybe she is planned everything out. Trixie, come. And the walk back. I mean, although 5 meters, not even 3, maybe, it also takes a while. I mean, it's not the prettiest backyard, but she is beautiful and gorgeous and gracious in every possible way. Look at her, using her sweet damn time. Because she's an ass. Come on, Trixie. And now she's eating grass. The small amount of green leaves, or green grass, that is currently here. Trixie. I can't wait to go inside and paint. I didn't really want her to come outside with me, but it looked like she wanted to, so like I had to by default, because I can't just just me, because that would be mean and that wouldn't be nice to do. It would be sort of a dick move. Trixie, come. Almost. Listen. Come. Oops. Now, with no further ado's, let's get inside and paint. Oops. Trixie, come. And inside we are at last. Now, I did like how I put the cameras and how I put like the scenery from last time. The only problem is the big amounts of like yellow and such that is currently here. Like, it was very, very, very yellow, and I need to turn this around like so. And I have placed the thingy a bit wrong. Fuck. I'm sorry for the unplanned things, but usually I don't plan either way. Now, it is a bit weird angle, and I have to fix that somehow magically. Hold on. I'm in my pajamas, and I would have to zoom in a bit, like so. That's a nice view, I think. And I need to get my pillow so my ass don't hurt. Amazing, you know? Cuídate a mí. Like so. Amazing. Now, I thought, because I was on a different angle last time I painted, and then everything sort of got a bit bigger closer to here, so when I now paint I will be closer to here, making I thought that the angles would sort of fix themselves. You know? So that is currently what we are going to try to do. And I say try with hope and courage and everything that is good in the universe. And I think that I should start with this and then go on and fixing the windows and doors. And of course, I haven't switched the water. Amazing. Now we are actually ready, and right, I need a pencil that is skinny but not too skinny, and I need to fix this whole part here, and then I sort of need to establish something there, and then I also need to fix it up here, but the line on the underside is better, and I won't necessarily have to fix that much about it. Now, I need some red, because I think I made it black, but I don't believe I want it to be black. I think I want it to be sort of purple like the windows, and I would have to start by making the things that are visible in the windows and then go on to the frames and the door, and how the like small step from there, and we won't see the small step here, so it's fine, but we can have a sort of square and some lines maybe downward, and then we can have a small emphasis that the lines end at least ish where that end would end, if that makes sense. Now, mix colors. And so I will completely eradicate all black, and I'd rather use purple because like pink and blue and purple makes purple, I mean. So therefore logical makes sense, and that means I have to paint over carefully the underline very carefully and continue the line where I would ideally want it to be, pushing it a bit up to at least that point that is better, and I did it a bit too good right there, but if I do this, it also sort of works. Now, I mean, I still think it is a bit chunky in the middle, but maybe if I make some furniture and such, I can sort of tone that down, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I think that's a great idea. And now we have that, and I think we should also paint the windows to have the exact amount of window we want, and also not make it like see-through as it is currently standing. I think that's about ish the space I wanted it to extend it with, I believe. I can't quite remember. It's been a while since I painted on this painting. And then I also need this underneath. Amazing. Hello, Gutenberg. Are you having a nice day? I am currently having a wonderful day because I can paint and I can fix my mistakes and make it better by all the means necessary. And I think I had to extend this a bit further. and that's why it didn't make quite a lot of sense. It's like that wasn't enough space, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I was extending the space. Smart noises. And I am trying to make the windows like look dark and like we can't really see through them, but only what is like directly there in front of the window. So I want to avoid using black, and although I used black and gray for the railings, I want it to be purple because the panels are blue and the space between them are pinkish, so that makes purple together when you mix them, and that also creates this harmony that I'm talking about in the painting. It is like it has the same undertones. It feels like it is a part of the same world, and it makes sense chronologically that it is like the things I am doing. It makes sense why the choices are precisely these and not something else, right? Makes sense. And I want these not to be shallow as well, so I paint over them while they are sort of dry. And luckily for me, I will have to paint a nice and neat skinny line in between all these things for the frames and such, but that'll come later when we are going to paint the things that are in front of it. Now, I do believe it had to be a bit bigger because it was sort of just about a bit further on than that door, and I think I wanted it to be a bit beyond the door, if that makes sense. Yeah, it does. At least in my mind. Mr. Milk NFT painting. It is not a NFT because it is in real life, but almost. You were pretty close on that statement, I'm not gonna lie. I continuing this, and this is furthermore being the things that makes the painting come together, like the liveness, the things that make you see, yes, this feels real, this feels comfortable, this feels like something I could possibly see. And although it being just from the top of my head, it has this sense that it is what it is supposed to be, and nothing less and nothing more. Now, I need to extend that just a tiny bit, and at least straighten the line as well. Now, oops, it's been a while since I painted with my left hand, and it didn't do me any good. But that's okay, it happens. And now for this one as well, we're gonna fill this in with the darkness of the void, and then we'll start painting the interior, like what you can like see from the window. And you know, my the reason why I wanted to paint like just building wall is because the dimensions of the like sort of street didn't feel real, like the buildings felt off, and like because the lining between the windows and like structural building was a bit narrow, and then I looked at buildings from at least sort of as far as the buildings would technically ish be with its respective perspective, and they were narrow as well. So I mean, maybe it's just the windows being too big and everything in it being a bit too big as well, at least for the perspective, which is a bit oops, mistakes, but that was not what I was going to do. I was going to have some light blue, oops, because I need a whitish color, and therefore I will use a hint of blue, because everything dark is more purple, everything light is more blue, or like darkness is reddish, but there's still like things in it, and I made probably a bit too much, but I want to make like the shaders that you just draw a line and then there's these lines in it, if that makes sense, because they are quite realistic sort of clouds that goes just in lines. So since this is supposed to be the sky and this is supposed to be the earth, like metaphorically, the this decision makes sense by all means. And I should use a smaller brush. Perfectly, and I would not have that one. Maybe this one, although it will be paint. It will be paint. Now, you think I am capable of doing this on my first try? Because I don't believe so, and I will try, but I mean, so far so good, but I'm a bit afraid of the like spaces between them and the fullness of it as well. Yes. Now, I want it to be further down as well, but I will try to make this space make sense first and be careful, although it is hard. I'm not that proud of it. At least not that line. It's bigger in the ends than it is in the middle, which isn't as pog as I would assume. but as long as the lines doesn't really touch each other, it's okay. Because that's not something I would want them to do, quite frankly. And at least 2 more lines on top. That's, it's not going well, but it is at least going. At least. And then 1 more ish. That looks a bit dumb, to be honest, but I will have 1 more. Amazing. Yeah, I like this. Although it doesn't look amazing, it looks good, right? And so I want something here. I have no idea what. Maybe a lamp or something in the window. Maybe as a sun. It's like, oh, how nice, how lovely, you know? And yeah, and I want some curtains here. Perhaps I think that is a nice idea to have some curtains here. And we're gonna make them lace, so we'll just sort of dry brush it across, having some bigger points than other, because it makes sense. And we can extend this out until here and focus it like that ish. Perhaps we can make some lines up and down to emphasize the like curvature of the curtains. Which also makes sense. It's just hard. And yeah, I think it's beginning to become enough of it. But am I going to have 1 curtain, or am I going to have 2 of them? Or I can have a lamp here and then continue these lines down. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, amazing. I think I will have these stripes in this window as well, to like, yeah, this is the same people living here, and they have the same taste in curtains, or like shaders is probably a better word, but these lines are a lot better than those. Sort of, somewhat, uh, they're a bit, if they're either ridiculously big or ridiculously thin, which isn't very fun, but nonetheless, I think we should make a lamp, maybe, since perhaps I would have to make a doorknob from here, so it will go out there, and this will also go out to there, making, utilizing the space and not just making the door go this way, making it bump into everything. Yeah, and I will have some red to sort of make the shade a bit darker, and also because the sun is sort of red and yellow, so having it a bit pink makes sense. A bit quite like this, and then we will have going like a line about right here and all the way down there, and we'll have another line of it going all the way down there, and then we will I'm sort of trying to make the lamp that is right here, it has like this sort of smaller one connected down to it, but I don't believe, but I'll just use the top of it because it has two thin stripes and then it goes out and then it sort of holds it, and I think that is sort of cute. Don't know about you, but I like it. And then we will make it hold the metaphorical sun in this painting, and then we'll have this line right here, and then we'll have a little half circle in here, and then this will be the on and off thingy, and then I'll have more of the pink to make this a white, although it doesn't look like that at all, and it looks sort of weird, but anyway, now I can't mix blue and yellow because that just makes green, making this a bit hard. So I will mix blue. Now I will mix the yellow and the red because that makes orange, and I don't believe orange can be green, question mark, but it will be a bit of the sun, and I will sort of airbrush it around, signifying, oh yeah, it makes light, and I'll sort of brush it on over that, although it doesn't make that much sense, but it does make enough sense, so I will do that. And this is our make-believe sun in this respected piece. Yeah, I think it's kind of cute. Now, the underside. I had bigger plans for the underside because there's more to do about the there's a lot more you can do about the underside, or I mean the terrain and the earth itself than there is to do with the sky. So I want I want 3 plants here, and they will be my plants because I like my plants. They're the best. But thinking noises, because I also want like pearls thing that you just walk through, but I also think they should be here, if that makes sense. So they have like the same crystal light shining through type of curtains, and that would mean I could probably do the plants first and then go on with like a thin lines and then pop them full of the colors of the rainbow. I do believe that would work. Question mark, uncertainty, stress and anxiety. I mean, yeah, understandable. Eyeliner looking good today. Thank you. I think they're always looking amazing. But today there's a different angle, so it hasn't been as pretty looking on from the angle the camera is, right? And I think that has a lot to do with it. But yeah, thank you. Pots. I mean, my pots are black and white, but that doesn't fit the tone of the painting, so we'll have they just peeking through quite small starts of plants, and we'll have them all the way over here. And fill that out to my best possibilities. Still, you're not doing anything, and I am sort of not happy with the color. Amazing. Now, and then we'll probably start with a darker green, and then like fill in like the space I want it to be, and then have a lighter green to emphasize where the light are in more precise ways, because that makes sense. That seems logical. That seems smart. That's what they young people used to call a big brain. No. The the two on the sides are just a bunch of straws, essentially. Maybe. I don't know whether or not I want them to be big and luscious and so on and so forth, but I do want them to have a color, which they which is currently it's not. It doesn't want to. Maybe it is because green over purple isn't the best thing to do, but nonetheless, I am trying my best. And it's going everywhere, essentially, because that is what my plants are also doing. And I'll have them hang a bit and going behind the other plant as well, making them a bit big. Not that mine are that big anymore, but they're trying their best, and I'm trying my best to remember to actually water them, because that's something I forget to do. Now I'll put in some lighter green, and luckily that showed a lot better. Luckily, and I'll have them hang a bit down in front of it as well. And I forgot, of course, to make the middle plant, but it's a stem with a bunch of circles, so I think it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard. Now I can have some brown with green to have a brown color, but a different brown color, you know, and then have a stem up here and then another stem, because it has grown a lot and they are a bit huge, but it's sort of hanging. But here I am making it up straight, but it's quite heavy, I think, or I just haven't made it strong enough. Both of them are possible things. So yeah, and then I'll just make a lot of circles, and then I'll draw circles on top of the circles with a different color, sort of filling in the spaces. But I did do a living room scene where I also painted these exact plants, and I do believe I've gotten better at it, at least with the middle one. Or I don't know how the words are, how old or how fully grown they were, but I feel like I have made a better decision. At least. And now I am filling in some dots with a lighter color. And then I am also filling in also on the other plants their straws and their thingies, right? Making them pop a bit more. Yeah. And I probably should have a lot more like dots here, but I am sort of happy with how it turned out, because that is essentially what it looks like from outside. So I am happy, I am content. I think I've done a great job. Now we are going to make the pretty lights now, I need all the colors of the rainbow, or maybe at least yellow, red, and green, maybe some purple. Right. And some grayish purple, and I'll make that a bit lighter, and then make the as good as I am possibly capable of doing thin small lines, where I then will be putting stripes, I mean not stripes, where I will be putting dots for like small crystals or like similarities. Now, this one wasn't cleaned enough. And I'm trying to clean it. But I swear to God, I had a smaller brush. Like an even tiny brush. Where, there it is. It was hiding, of course. And I will use this as to draw lines behind the plant, so I don't have to do anything about the plants. And these were kind of huge. Unintentionally huge. And I think I will extend it a bit quite to the middle, and then I'll have the same on the other side as well, to about here ish. And then behind the plants I will just forget that space exists, so I don't have to do anything about the plants, because that would be sort of sad. It wouldn't be pog. Now, I'm not good at making these lines like eeny beeny tinies, which kind of sucks, not gonna lie. It's sort of bad, but anyway, nonetheless, it is functional. Yeah. Amazing. And I'll do the same here, having them also split in the middle, having the space necessary. And I'm thinking that I can cram in a big plant here, possibly. I don't quite know exactly how I would manage to make a big plant, because I'm not. Most of my plants are a sort of reference to the plants I already have and painted, and I don't think like you wouldn't have a huge straw plant in the middle of the doorway. I believe possibly. I am a bit perplexed, but if I am going to have a lot of plants on the outside, maybe it won't be necessary. And I think that in here we can have curtains and not have like the plants. So I will make the only curtains I know how to make, and that is sort of laced curtains, but I will make them green or greenish. Amazing. Now, the big question to make these pearls and gems. Now, I think if I just follow the lines and sort of make them in random places, taking one color at a time and sort of placing them randomly, I think that would turn out the best, to sort of have the unplanned look. Amazing. It looks like stars currently, but it won't look like stars when I'm finished with them. Then it look like the pearly things that I want them to look like. Amazing. Hello, Shake with Dominant. Currently, I am making small windows. They look like stars. They're not supposed to look like stars. They are going to be like pearled curtains that hippies usually have, and I have only come to yellow, but I have ish completed the top thing, and they're like clouds, as shaders, and then I have a lamp here to have a sun, metaphorically. And we'll put you right back there. Like there-ish. Now, I have also made these cute plants that I really like, that I truly enjoy. But we are going to make some red in here, and then I want it to be green, and not necessarily orange, but I also want it to be blue, like blue, and not a sort of variation of blue. And I mainly wanted it to look like the colors of the rainbow, because there's no other colors, and having them a bit out there, a bit more connected color scheme. I didn't know you gave off a dominance vibe through text. Shake with dominance. Maybe I just can't remember your name and read it fast, and then it looks like dominance instead of Dormammu gave you. I'm sorry, but if you like to be dominant, I mean, I can try to remember just to call you Shake, so I won't make that mistake again, and so on and so forth, you know. Oops. But it happens. I mean, it does. I mean, it literally just did. Subconscious compliment. I mean, if it is very subconscious, I don't know why you're like, the cat looks like it's crying, but blue as well. This doesn't look blue, but where's the blue? There it is. And then I'll dot over that so it can hide. I didn't fail on it. Promise. And I'm trying only to make circles, but some of them are a bit lines. Yeah. From joy. Amazing. I wouldn't want you to be in pain. So it's good that you are in joy and not in pain. Now, I am coming further constantly. Amazing. Now I would need the rainbow has red, orange, yellow, green and blue, and purple. So I have only green and purple left, and I have to make a light, nice purple color. Amazing. And it is a bit tiring just painting dots, I'm not gonna lie. It's not the most interesting part of a creation, but it's the small details that makes it come together. Like if I were able to make like small crystals or like stones that look like glass and have like nice shades to it, I wouldn't just have made it the rainbow. Purple nurple. If you don't, man, I'm going to watch from the laundry place. I don't know what man means, but you are allowed to watch from wherever you want. If you don't mind, okay. I won't mind. You go wherever your soul says you have to go. Can I watch from your eyes? Because that would be sick. That would be amazing. I don't believe we're like telepathic in that way. But I can email you my eyes in the mail. Yeah. Friend zoned. What do you mean? How's that being friend zoned? That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. I just said, I mean, it's hard doing. It's hard for you to correctly and realistically watch through my eyes. You do know that, and that it is more technologically evolving before that is a possibility, right? I don't want to hurt your feelings. It's just that you managed to hurt them anyway. I know that empirically, no T in there, but I don't know how to pronounce that word, and I don't know what that means. I am not that smart, unfortunately. Oops. And I am going through this with purple that doesn't quite look like purple, but it is the closest thing I got. And I needed to sort of be a bit less clowny. I don't know why it looks clowny. It may be because of the primary rainbow colors, you know, and like very bright and very visually knowing what color it is. It still looks a bit clowny. They say if you love someone, let them paint. I love myself and I let myself paint, right? That's what you were going on for, precisely. No. You can look at them bedazzle thingies. They are really pretty. I do believe so. And I have made a lot of progress. I need to make furniture. I don't know how to make furniture. I need to pee. But either way, just not caring about my words, but I will have this brown and I will make some plants. I would have to make some sort of sitting arrangement, but I would also have to paint over the things, which is tiring. But I am thinking a box sort of shape right here, right? A box shape. And then we have this other box shape right here. Although this box shape is actually another box on top of that again. like so. And then this also has a box on top of that again. And that means we have a sitting area right here, and then some plants on top of here, not here because you know you want a place to put put your coffee mug or whatever. Don't pee. Well, now that you say it, I really have to pee, but not quite yet. And I will sort of make these lines a bit better. I want them to be like cradle type of boxes, so I will emphasize that they do have holes in them. I don't know how to make that 3D, and I do not believe I will put my energy into making it look 3D quite as much as preferably, but try with all of your energy not to think about it. Wow, thank you. You're making it easy. Are you close to like really have a flashback to before you need to? I need to check whether or not I am close to affiliate, because I don't quite know. I think it is in here, but then I'm just right. Maybe. I am. It says 2 out of 4 is finished. Yeah, I just need I need 50 followers, and I need an average of 3 viewers, and it is currently on 2.49, which is fun. Yes. Yeah. I don't know how to correctly say that, but precisely. Now, I'm going to pee. I'm sorry. I can't hold myself. And you can look at this, right? Thank you, Mr. Milk. I appreciate it. you wait a bit too long maybe? Are you still happy? Do you still enjoy being alive? I'm gonna zoom a bit out. Maybe that helped. Yeah, I almost had fun. Why'd you almost have fun? What made it become almost? Yeah, that's great. Now, it seems a bit sad, just saying. Now I have the boxes where I want them to be. I also want it to be a plant here because it fits the space. Definitely, and like you don't want to slam your whole door open while just walking into the terrace. So it makes sense. Now, I should probably just make more brown color, but it's okay. It happens. And I'll just make a sort of crate right there. I'll put and give myself some more brown colors. I'm whispering into my screen, but it seems like you haven't responded. I'm sorry, you can't whisper into the screen, you'd have to like write in chat. I'm sorry. I know it's confusing, all this technology and such, but unfortunately we do be living in a digital generation, digital space in time continuum, if that makes sense. For me personally, it doesn't quite make sense, but it happens. But I think I haste myself. I need to make the lines for the doors and such. And since that's sort of a dumb job, I'll probably take a break after that. Let's have this whitish color, which sort of looks a bit more brown now, which is fine. Now we will just nicely put it on a line around this whole thing. Oh my days. It almost worked perfectly, and then it fucked itself up. Because it didn't want to get on to the canvas. I don't want you looking at my digital area. I gotta go. See ya. Goodbye, Mr. Milk. Have a lovely day. And I hope you prosper in every single possible way. And enjoy your existence to the maximum that it is capable of. While I paint some window frames. This is also sort of a boring task to do. I mean, no wonder why I forgot to do it, but it's okay. It happens. I mean, it did, and does, and will always happen. Therefore, it is inevitable and unavoidable, but you will always remember it. In the end, that is. And now this line can go all the way over here. And now I just need to fill in that space. Oh my fucking days. Now, the hard part. Fuck. I mean, luckily it didn't brush against the thingy, that is. And I think you're a bit too close to my face. Sorry. It just felt uncomfortable for some reason. Like this ish. It just, I felt claustrophobic. I'd have to make these with colors. I mean, with white. And then I have to do this. Perfect. I mean, it's a bit big, but it's okay. It happens. And then I'll paint this edge. If it fucking wants to fill itself in with color, that is. Thank you. Amazing. And I can extend that over to there. Perfect. And then I'll just have this line left all the way down here. Amazing. Perfect. I think I would want a line here as well. And all the way down here as well. And I'd need more white because it's starting to get a bit dry. Oops. Amazing. Perfect. I mean, it's not the best window frame. It isn't sharp and pretty, but I cannot be bothered to make it any better per se. But I will make this line a bit thinner if possible. And yeah, like so. That's okay, and then I just have to do this side as well. All the way around, only opposite this time. This is also a tad bit boring. I mean, if I am to be honest, the most exciting part about a painting is starting it and being done with it, quite honestly. That line isn't that pretty. But anyway, it happens, and I'll put this line right here. Yeah. And then this last window. Woo! Yay! Amazing. Almost done with the all essential background. Amazing. Oh, yeah, I should probably do it a bit better, at least in the middle points right here, because they do seem very shallow. Just a bit refreshing strokes. And that did not help. Amazing. I have outdone myself. Now, before I grab you by the neck and force you to come outside and look at bad habits, I will show you what I have completely done by myself, I might add. Nobody has helped me. I have made the window frames to it, and it looks a lot better now. The windows and doors, it looks pretty. It looks realistic. So I want these to be like cradle looking type of things, and a plant here, and then some greenery in front here as well, probably a bit more in the corner, I would say, because I don't believe there's that much room on the terraces. And then I would have to make a box, more box shape here, and a table. And then I also have to finish the doors, giving them door handles, because that is important. But I do like how it looks so far. It looks pretty, it looks realistic, it looks not fake. It has a feeling to it, a feeling of pretty things, a feeling of realism, a feeling of cotton candy and dreams. Now, luckily for me, there's sun, and luckily for me, I put on sunscreen. Not that I knew the sun was going to come out, but you know, just in case. Like this. Bruh. Why did you say bruh? That seems a bit mean, honestly. Where do you... I am outside and on Twitch. You are. I don't know whether or not, but I am outside and on Twitch at the same time, which is amazing. I'm glad I put sunscreen on, at least for the past decades of my life. I have had like a red point on both of my cheeks, and it's like sunburns, so I have this aloe vera thing that helps against sun-touched skin, which I have been using constantly before sleep and after, just to heal my wounds. And I am using a lot of sunscreen because I want my freckles to show. Not that I believe you can see them that well, but is this what breaking the law feels like? No. No, I don't think you're breaking the law. But on the doors, I want these stripes, and I don't know how many of these lines that I'm capable of making, but I do believe I can make this, and I do believe I can recreate that handle on like the edge, although there are different doors because the doors that I'm painting would have the window go about here. Yeah, possibly I did an oopsie and I made the doors a bit like small. I don't quite know how realistic they look, but nonetheless I feel they are realistic enough. I am currently not breaking any laws, so therefore this is not what breaking the law feels like, because there are no laws that are being broken technically. The laws are fun in Norway. I mean, if I were 12, I would be technically still not break the law. So amazing. Maybe I am 12 years old. I mean, I was thinking maybe to use like jewelry that I made yesterday, but I didn't because like there's no need to pimp myself up. There's no need to be extravagantly beautiful today, because nonetheless I am beautiful every single day, and I'm wearing pajamas. So oops, it happens. I mean, a good thing about being an interweb personality is you can just wear pajamas and not even hide it. Nobody cares, really, at all. Which is fun, it is exciting, it is nuanced and good in all possible ways. I'm doing a large I don't need to know that. I'm like load of laundry, perhaps a load of dishes. Amazing. I am happy that you are cleaning and that you are washing your clothes. The machine isn't even batting an eye. Okay, good. The machine is the dishwasher, right? Or possibly the clothing machine, washing machine. Have you heard the song that goes like, "Put your dirty sheets onto my washing machine," and it's sort of bad innuendos and it's a bit dirty. I'm seeing my shadow, like my shadow reflection over there, and it sort of freaked me out, but it was just a reflection, luckily for me. I'm not crazy, not yet, at least, which is amazing. I am happy. Now we are walking inside yet again, and I am moving you to where you are supposed to be seated, nice and pretty. And I will fix this because I sort of screwed it up, and I will plug in my charger so you don't die. Nah, you're 2/10 crazy. Thank you. I've always felt that I am at least an 1/8 part crazy, but I think I need to zoom you a bit in, like so. And if this is a nice view, I mean, it is doable. Now, ish, like so, possibly. Yeah, good enough. Now, we will be making these terraces look like there are people living in it. And so, I will use some blue. I have a lot of blue. Maybe, perhaps, if I make a darker blue. And make it a bit gray looking, although it is still currently blue, but it looks a bit more grayish, sort of, because I'm mixing it where the purple was, making it a darker tone, but not necessarily making it purple, you know, because the upper terrace needs some furniture. Now, I wanted to essentially just make a box, maybe, if a seating area would be like so, like that, and I'll just continue this line like so, perhaps. And then I will emphasize dimensions a bit and have this part right here go a bit over the box shape, and I will move it onto here, having it sort of like a side table, utilizing the space-ish sort of as my best capabilities. Ish, and I will light it a bit up to then create some dimensions to my best capabilities, sort of like that. Perfect. And then I have, possibly, I want some lighter parts, like whiter parts on top here as well. There's my cat. Very healthy amounts. Who's doable? Are you talking about Prince Edward again? Gosh, so embarrassing. I don't believe I have ever talked about Prince Edward. I don't really know who that is. Maybe you have done the crack again and are a bit out of yourself. Or have you been taking the illegal medications again? Because I don't know what you're on about. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Do you need help? I can give you help. Now, I need to remove all this blue and I need some white, because we're going to make a blanket on here, and I am just topping it essentially into the part, and like so. That's a blanket, of course, but I do believe that it is quite empty in here. Maybe if I make like a sort of drawer like thing, making it like a box with some other chairs. I don't really know. Now I need a whitish color, and then I need to make these door handles right here and right here. That's not, I need some sort of glue, I realized. Or the Prime Minister, I forgot who it was. You know, I also forgot who it was. Amazing. And then I'll make a door handle right here. That's a huge door handle. And I'll make some lines going up here and across like so, and across like so. That looks good, sort of. I'm a bit uncertain where my cat went, and I'm a bit curious as well. But nonetheless, I'll have to do the same thing quite here, and I'll make these lines sort of, and also this line and this line on the edge, so we know where it is going and where it's been and where it's going currently. And then a door handle right here, and then some thingies that makes it look like it is capable of being opened. I'm in love with the shape of you. Thank you. I do believe I am the perfect shape that I am capable of being. Thank you. This really lovely set of you. I would need to make these boxes make sense, and then I can put some greenery on top of both, I think, just to utilize the space. And then I'll have this pot plant right there, and then oops, the first time I got paint on my fingers today, actually, which is sort of part of me, if I have to say so myself. Now, these boxes are further, I want to emphasize that they have dimensions. So I am not painting over the color, I'm painting it in a way that makes it look three-dimensional. So we see the front of it in this exact color. If that makes sense. Like, bit like so, yes, that makes sense. And then over here, and then also over here. Like that, and then I can... Oscar, vad gör du? He's putting himself in them. And wanna become famous, buy followers? No. Mod me, I wanna swing a Shrek sword around. I am going to give this person a timeout. Because I don't like advertisements on my thingy. I won't mod you. If you maybe possibly in the future. I do not have any mods currently. I am my only mod. So is your cat doing the taekwondo again? No, he is licking his ass and settling in to be comfortable and graciously asleep like cats usually are. But he did, when I woke up today, he had laid himself right behind my ass, making it impossible for me to move. And I graciously escaped the bed, of course, and he lay there ever since and only came up now, which I think is a bit pog of him. Very close, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's almost. I want to have these lines in the crates, making them like a bit industrial looking. And so it also adds a bit dimension that they are darker in the back. Not that it makes sense, but it looks okay. It looks better, I would pretend. Yes. And then all of this as well. Amazing. It looks good. And now the only thing left to do is make some greenery. Make some more greenery, making it feel lush and beautiful. Now I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to make a plant sticking a bit up, a bit to the sides. Yeah, amazing. And I will potentially, I can make a lot of like greenery in here and making it hang a bit down. I think that looks very cute, having a lot of lush parts inside here. And climbing a bit maybe, and then falling down like so. That makes sense. I can make this a bit better. Yeah, and then I also want this right here to have a lot of plants. I don't know how to make plants, but I will do the same as that and sort of have it like the easy types of plants to like contain and have to be healthy and such. And I will just tap them in there, and then I'll make a sort of crate for them later, and then I will also make one here. Like that. Now, I do realize that this looks sort of small and I should have extended it to at least a thingy, but it doesn't really matter. If I could do that, I would need Twitch. Greenery for the scenery. Oh, yes, definitely. It rhymes, so it must be true. And I will make some light brown to just fill in this, making it look like a plant case. Sort of. Yeah. Like that. And possibly I should make a sort of a plant here to be in the foreground as well as that one is currently doing, to sort of push it forward. And then I'd have to make some green sprouts like so. And I'll go over with this a bit muddier green as well, all over here, so it sort of fits the same vibe essentially. I'm vibe checking the plants. Perfect. Bread, wine, and creatine. I don't know what that means, but maybe I can put some. No. If I put some yellow in this light green, it will create a green sort of color. A bit too much yellow, actually. But then I can have a different shade of green. Making it look a bit more outdoory-ish. Making it some sort of leaves, perhaps. Yeah, I like that. Now, it's not as full and luscious as my envision, but it is as close as I am capable of making it. And now the only thing to do right now is make the railings, which I have been of course dreading. Now I will have some dark blue, and I will have some, I don't know which one of these are the darkest one, and they don't seem to be that different. The Scarlet Lake is a bit darker, and I do believe it is also redder, like it has more red color. Once my clothes are dry, I will wear all of them at once, leave nothing to the imagination. It would leave everything to the imagination, I am quite certain. But I am making a grayish sort of purple because it makes sense. So I will also need some of this white to lighten it a bit. And I don't know which of the colors I had too much of, but nonetheless, I don't believe it matters that much. I will nicely go over the railings that I can still see, and then I'll have to, on a later occasion, soon that is, also make the railings that aren't visible. Put gray purple on your resume. Maybe I will. I don't know how to do that, or if I just write gray purple on it, but I don't remember where my resume is, honestly. No. This line sucks, and it is not pretty, and I am mad at myself, but it happens. And then going into here, and then having this line way too thick, of course, showing no dimension, because that shows dimension because this is thicker than that, but this ain't chance in heaven that I am capable. Now, a thing that I was sort of afraid to do, and still is afraid to do, is making all the railings like come down and in front of the thing. And I am not quite sure how to do that to my best abilities. So I will avoid that for a bit longer. And then this comes about here perfectly. Employees will gasp their coffee out of their mouth. I hope not. They're wasting perfectly good coffee. And then I have to do this line, which is the most invisible line of all, and also currently the most crooked one, I do think. Okay, luckily I only painted on the tape by accident and not on the canvas on accident, but Oops. Like so. Amazingly, I have outdone myself yet again. And then this line all the way down from there to up to right beyond the, oh man, I did a bit more oopsie than I comprehended. And then all the way down to there, and then this is sort of okay. It happens. It's not the best. Anyway, it goes way too far off there, but either way, I would have to make all these tiny lines in between, which is hard because I'd have to be careful, and I'm not the best at being careful and making tiny fucking lines. But I try, sort of failing, but I do believe you can't paint a painting without being a bit unhappy with how it came out. Because you will, at least I will, I am not at a point where I am capable of transferring my imagination completely to the canvas, making it quite impossible for satisfaction. Yeah. And then I have to do this side, and then I can try to get the front ones correctly to my satisfaction, of course. Nose. Thank you. Now, need to breathe. Maybe if I take a different pencil. And if I take this one, water it a bit down, taking away everything else, and voila, maybe this will turn out great. Making tiny-ish lines and have them to be an ish equal spacing between each other. Which is sort of working. Oh my days. Why? It was starting to work so fantastically. And now it's just fucking exhausting. And not doing me any favors at all. the way through. It is quite exhausting. How did you nose it was a nose? I saw or thought it was a thumbs up, and then I realized no, it's not. It's a nose, and that may be because I'm not visually impaired. I am quite capable of looking. Uh, it might have to do with that, something at least. Oh my fuck. This line, I hate it. But I have sort of given up because it doesn't do what I want it to do. It worked so well, and then it just, no, not anymore. Too bad for you. And I am quite infuriated. Amazing. And then just a couple more lines now, and then I'll have to do the underside of it as well. That's a nice line, actually. I mean, it's a bit opaque, but I won't do anything else about it. This is also a sort of nice line. Still a bit opaque, but nonetheless, fuck. I moved the thingy. Right. A couple more. And then a couple more, maybe. Maybe one more. Right. Amazing. Now I just need to breathe. I don't... Are you giving me a gift? Is that what it is supposed to look like? It was a bit hard to tell, not gonna lie. Now, the last... Did I startle you? I wasn't the point. I did startle my cat. But now, the last lines on this will go in front of the plant, and we'll just zoom through absolutely everything. And then soon, in about a couple of moments in time, I will show it to you, my new masterpiece. And so on and so forth. I looked away, hoped it was a good type of clapping. It was a good type of clapping because I am almost finished with this. And I don't know if I want to make it another painting, but I will have a break and maybe we can do the foundation of a new painting. Perhaps. but I do have a canvas that I wanted to make a different painting on. Because it's, I mean, I don't quite know, but I do have a lot of sketches of a really nice painting that I wanted to do for some time, and since it is a huge ass fucking canvas, maybe we'll be able to get everything that I want to have in the thingy, and I will show it to you in a couple of moments of time. I just need to do these. And I have realized the faster I make the strokes, the better they look in all possible ways. This is the most I stared at my phone in public. Amazing. I am happy. I mean, it has to be done. You can't avoid it in any way, sort of possible way. Now, I will show this to you. Doesn't this look cute and pretty? And personally, I did want like an actual table here, but I gave up because then you wouldn't like see the brick things, and I thought it may be possible and necessary to view them. And I also wanted a lot more greenery here. Are you comparing yourself to breathing? I don't know what that means, I'm sorry, but I wanted this to be a lot more greenery in the painting, but to my best capability, this looks really pretty, and I am really proud of myself. And I will remove this so we can take the tape off. And this tape didn't contain the paint as well as I hoped it would, but it tried at least. And I don't know why I put the tape like right on the side, but I'm doing it, so live with it. And I just need to ungather that one so it may still work like so. Amazing. At least it is easier to peel off without actually peeling off the like paper that is. And then this last one, and then put it right up there. Isn't this really, really cute? I personally like it a lot. The tape wasn't even, it's a bit bigger here, but I personally think it is adorable. It is sort of modern in a sense, and it is very simplistic in all possible ways, but I do really like the feeling, and I mean, it is crooked. I mean, you did, like, if it was a picture, you would have tilted it like this, or at least the phone, but nonetheless, I do really like the outcome of it. It has the same tone throughout, and I mean, I didn't do like the lush greenery to my best capability, I must admit, but it is quite pretty. And although like the lines are crooked and bigger more further up here than they are here, they still, it looks like it is supposed to, because they're like all the lines are following that same crookedness, and I am quite pleased. Now, let me show you something. Let me just make sure you can see it first. So, I did a portrait painting on Sunday, or Friday, Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, the first one of them, and I painted this portrait of a person. Personally, I love the feminine eyes, but if you see, the whole jaw sort of moves a bit too much down there. But other than that, I got the shading quite nice. I do believe, at least down here, it looks realistic. Although this is sort of smushed a bit down, because when I painted it, it laid flat here. So I sort of, always had it on this angle, making that part a bit bigger. But nonetheless, the glasses are a bit crooked. Hassan Bai, I don't know if that is a name or what it is, but you can sort of see under here that it was a painting of something else. It was a big sun, and it was really ugly spray painted. I do have that somewhere, and I also have this really pretty Saturn thingy. Personally, I love how the sky is, but I have a really pretty idea for a painting. Looks like that streamer. Oh, well, yeah, you're kind of right. Actually, I didn't think of that, but I don't know where the sketches are, but I do want this to be a big, luscious landscape painting, because it is big canvases are expensive, and this like whole Saturn isn't the best thing. He's like one of the top streamers. Almost thought you made a shrine for him. No, unfortunately, it wasn't intentional that it looked like him. I tried to make it look like a person that I met from Tinder. Haha, lol. But this part here, I don't like it. Not a fan. All of this pink, this blue, this splatter of color, I absolutely love it. It is really pretty, and then this is sort of sticking out like a sore thumb. So I want to make this whole thing possibly white or red, like a very light red. Gutenberg, the sky looks really pretty. I do also believe that the atmospheric colors were like just perfect, but I do believe I will be like foundationing that and priming it for the sketch I have, which I don't know where it is, which I would have to find, so I have something to know what to paint it, essentially. And the like, so this sky also looks really pretty. The things, right? Because I've painted, or like I tried to paint that on like the board where I put and tape the things that I paint on. But since that is my only board, I also gave up because it would sort of limit my usage of that as a backboard for paintings and such. And it was not quite, I didn't feel it when I tried to make it so. And it also didn't have enough spacing on the sides, and that's why I want to redo that at least. So yeah, I would have to find that one. And I do believe that I am now more technically advanced with painting in general, and I do truly believe to my best abilities that I am capable of doing it, because it's really pretty, because the horizon line is sort of in the middle, and right in the middle of the painting there are mountains that sort of cave in towards this gap between in the mountains where it flows a river through, and that river becomes like bigger and it is extending to smaller parts as well and sort of coming through, and then we are on a hillside, so we have a nice foreground and trees and plants around the sides, right, to fill in that space, because the canvas or like the board I used was too square and I need sort of a wider part, and then a really majestic sky, truly. And I would have to make a sun, which I'm not great at. I kiss my screen every time I walk outside. The nature is just mwah. Every time she walks outside, okay. That's a bit odd. It's a bit weird. That's fun. I like that. Yeah. You can continue to do that. I won't put any negative connotations on that. Do your thing, Shake. Someone is outside, and I don't know who. But I'm very pleased of my progress so far, and at least that I managed to finish it, at least to my best capabilities. I would have to, I don't know where the sketch is, so I would have to do that until tomorrow, and possibly I'm able to stream for longer tomorrow. Connotations, precisely. And look, I fixed the text box so it isn't quite as ridiculously large. Maybe it is a bit too small, but it's okay. It happens. At least the viewers from like YouTube and such could see better that there is people writing, at least for a while. They haven't been able to see it, so I do want to preserve your words into history of thingies, right? Small is convenient. It is, like, at least for the people watching on Twitch, you can always see the text, but just a small little hint for the people who aren't watching in that way. I was going to make you look at my cat while he was sitting in the sofa, but he moved. Possibly because he didn't want to sit there anymore. Now, I am going to let you stay there, and I will prepare this for the other easel, and I will move this because I was trying to make it here, but I wanted this space utilized as well, so it has been painted over. You can see it in the edges, and then I tried to make a portrait and some other things, a house, a flower, and a ghost church that I've actually sketched quite a lot for some reason. Thank you for the cat emotes, Gutenberg. I will put this quite easily right here. Hopefully it won't fall and such, and I will get the canvas and I will start painting it white, at least, because I need to sort of hide the other things. This is quite wide, not gonna lie, and I will take it like so. It's not in the middle like this, so I have the pressure where it is most capable of having pressure. Yeah. Now we gonna paint this whole thing white. Now let me have this, and I will. That's just the easel. Don't worry. I will switch out this painting. Water, I mean. Amazing. And I will start painting this whole thing white. And I don't have more energy drink. Now, I will use that one, but I will okay, I can use this side. And I'll chunk a bunch of white in there because I probably need a whole lot of it. And I will eradicate most of the water. And I will start painting this whole thing white. Goodbye, pretty sky. I will miss you. I don't believe it would be that wrong of having like different strokes length, as long as it is sort of subtle and there's no lumps. So I won't be like really careful about the wavelengths that I paint. But this is exciting. This is like a real canvas. You haven't seen me paint on a real canvas, I don't believe so, at least. And this will be, I mean, it's a first for everything at some point, right? That makes sense. And there's a bit, it's a small tear in the canvas. I don't know how to fix that. Possibly I won't be able to, but maybe if I just glue a piece of fabric on the back, maybe it'll work as well. But I'll have to remember that I didn't quite know that I was there, and I'll be careful not spilling paint all over my mom's living room, because that wouldn't be very proud of me. So I'll have to figure out a way. Maybe if I move a bit stuff and make the computer ish right here, and then have the camera right here so you see my back, but at least then I can move this a bit more like so, making it easier to paint, at least for my sake, so I don't like do a lot of this and the whole thing here has a lot of white crystal strokes, you know, a bit of polka dots in the corner here. But I do know that I am allowed to fix up my mom's living room when our dog dies. So I mean, it would be stuff I would fix either way. But nonetheless, it would sort of be a bit dumb to like intentionally destroy it just because I know I'll fix it, because that's a bad attitude to have. Like, you don't want to intentionally make things worse for yourself, because it just is quite redundant and dumb in all those senses. Amazing. I do believe I would have to have another layer of paint as foundation, essentially, using makeup terms, but because it is quite shallow and I don't want a lot of the old things to show through, so maybe I would have to find some sandpaper and sand the paint down and then do another layer. Don't know if I am capable of doing that, but dog, I haven't seen you. When this stream is over, you can view the stream, like the preview, like, right? And the start of this stream, I did actually show my dog, which you can fast forward to so you can see her. I don't really want to show you the rest of my house for unknown reasons, but she is in the start of this stream, so you can look forward to that. And I will do this to my best ability. Really trying to hide all this fucking black. I can hear my dog, at least. I don't know if she knows English, but yeah. She's there, she exists. Amazing. I mean, it looks pretty-ish white for you, but it's not. It's just very shallow. Fair, I don't want to see your green toilet. My toilet isn't green, it's white. So you're just objectively wrong. Oh no, wait. The toilet seat, like the lid on our top bathroom, is brown, like wooden, and the downstairs it is sort of see-through blue, and it has a lot of fish on it, and it is quite cute. I hope my mom don't change that when she renovates, at least the bathroom, because I mean, I would do the bathrooms as well, but I don't want her to eradicate that lid, because that lid is really, really lit. It is amazing and cute and fun and whimsical. And we are almost to the finish line. It is quite huge, but at least when you're working with huge canvases, it is easier putting in details, because the details aren't itty bitty tiny things, they are a bit bigger, making it easier. Amazing. I just think there's a bit more pieces to fill in quite before I say that it needs to dry, at least with this parts here. Sort of. I mean, I'm not doing this very well. There's a lot of small lumps that probably will be a bit quite annoying. But nonetheless, it happens. And just a bit white paint left, meaning I was quite smart in the amount of paint I was going to have to need, and I do believe that is as well as I can do it. Next thing you're going to tell me is your milk is white. My milk is white. Look at this. Doesn't that look white? I mean, it's not milk. It's the forbidden milk. Do they sell bag milk over there? No, in cartridge, like cardboard with plastic inside of it. And then like in Canada, no, we're not. I mean, we're more similar to Canada in sort of ways, but I don't know in what type of ways, and I am not in the need to know specifically. So for you it sort of looks white. Let me just show you how non-white it is. Look at that. That isn't. This is shallow. This is what I say when the underpaint seeps through. And this isn't nice. And this right here, this is a tear. So I would have to fix that somehow. And like the whole thing is sort of loose. Don't know how to fix that either. To be quite honest, I don't know how. Congratulations, you have now reached the end of this stream. I am happy that you have been here, and I will threaten you to come again tomorrow. Now, you have a wonderful day. Paint roller would have been 10 out of 10. I don't have a paint roller. I didn't steal one from work because we use them and they're a bit big and I don't have a bucket. So anyway, I'm glad that you're here. And then a dancing Bitmoji. See, what do I win? You win the opportunity to come next time, tomorrow, which would probably be a bit earlier because I need to walk my dog in the morning. But anyway, nonetheless, threaten to come in theaters now. Yes, precisely. Thank you for watching me, and you will have to watch me tomorrow as well. Goodbye.